There's so much going on right now in the world of retail prop trading. So in this video, I'm going to give a little breakdown of all the latest news going on right now in the industry, such as Trader VVS launching his own prop trading firm, Funding Talent providing their own server, prop trading firm Trader Prop. What happened to them? Are they a scam? I'll go through that. And FTMO's new rules. I'm going to go through all of that in this video. So let's go. Hi guys, I'm Enny, aka the Knock Trader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. So I'm thinking of doing monthly or maybe even weekly updates on what's going on in the prop trading firm environment. I don't know if there's going to be news on a weekly basis, so maybe I'll do it monthly. But in the comment section below, let me know if I should carry on making videos like this where I just update what's going on in the market in terms of prop trading firms and the wider FX and trading community. So first on my list, Trade Connect VVS Blake Olson. If you haven't seen already, I've got a video where I interviewed Blake and we spoke about his trading strategy, his plans, and what he wants to do in the future. And I can see he's doing really well now with his community, VVS Academy. And right now he's gone from strength to strength. He's actually introduced his own prop firm. Now this prop firm is called the Funded Trader. So this is the website for the Funded Trader. Blake, he mentioned in the video that he's recently done that he is a partner in it, so he's not fully owned by it, but he's been given quite a lot of consultancy to this company, and he's a stakeholder in it as well, which is good. And at first glance, the theme is very much medieval, knighthood, all that type of stuff. But let's get into what the challenge is and also the different stages, because that's the most important thing. So you get 80% profit split. Expert advisors are allowed, and there's no consistency rule, which is really important. And I know I've mentioned that a lot about consistency rule. I think that's something he took from learning from a lot of the other funded programs that he's interviewed. I do interviews with some of these funded programs as well, and he learned some of the best bits of all of them and really amalgamated in the rules that he created for this one, which is really good. So there's a 35-day period to pass stage 1, which is the highest probably in the market, I believe. And there's an 8 days minimum trading. So you have a maximum of 12% loss and 6% maximum daily loss. So once again, these are some of the highest I believe I've seen in the market. I haven't seen anyone do it give that much maximum loss or daily or max loss. You also get a 200 to 1 max leverage, and yeah, you get a dashboard very similar to FTMO, which is good as well, because I like FTMO's dashboard. A lot of some of the other trading platforms, that's where they haven't really been able to match up in the metrics dashboard that's provided. And there's a 100k account, costs $4.99. Oh, it might have gone up. It was $4.99 when I saw it last. Well, I guess a 100k account is now $5.49 US. And the brokers that they use are Global Prime and FX Choice. You can also connect your My FX Book account so you can compete on the leadership board for prizes. Once again, this is something that is something that I believe the Funding Talent does, and it was a really good addition to their offerings, and it's something good for the community to grow as well. So I believe what I like about this is that Blake has obviously taken all of the learnings from all the different prop firms that he's interviewed and really amalgamated to make a really great process. So I think it should be interesting. I'm going to follow up with them and just see how they're doing going forward. But yeah, 8% profit split, which is really high. 35 days, one of the highest in the markets to complete stage 1. Some of the lowest, some of the best percentages in terms of you got the best days. You got the 8 days minimum trades, which is one of the lowest. And you got 12% and 6% max loss, which is pretty good. So overall, I believe that the metrics that they've used, the parameters that they've used for this prop trading firm, makes them probably some of the most competitive in the market. So it'll be great to see how they go going on forward, and I'll probably talk to Blake later on regarding maybe discussing further what the plans are for this funded trading prop firm. And if you haven't already, I urge you to go onto his channel and check out I Made My Own Prop Firm. This is the video where he goes into a little bit more depth about the Funded Trader, which I've just spoken about. On to other news. Funding Talent has introduced their own server. Now, this was one of the main sticking points for me with Funding Talent. I always found that the servers, the brokers that they chose for both the demo stage and even the live stage weren't some of the best brokers, and they all had quite high spreads. And I think they've remedied this situation a little bit by introducing their own broker. Now, I don't know if this will alleviate the problem with spreads, because I haven't actually used the new broker yet, but I think it's good that they've created their own server. As you can see here, when I scroll down, if I was to pick a challenge, let's say I pick the 100k challenge and I sign up. Obviously, put all your details in, and then you service provider. Now, right now, it only provides funding talent, so you can only use funding talent for the challenge stage. Before, they used to use FX Choice, Hugo's Way, RoboForex, KOT4X, and Blackball, I believe. And a couple of them are good, but for example, Hugo's Way, I'm not too sure about them. I don't think they're regulated. So I think this is a really good addition to their program, to the fact that they've got rid of some of the other brokers that they were using in the challenge stage, and they've just stuck to one provider, which is their own one. I'd love to hear from you guys who are actually with funding talent or are in the process of doing the challenge, and let me know if you've seen a difference in the spreads, or if the server's good in terms of spreads. And just let me know how it goes. It would be great to hear your opinions on it. But I think this is a welcomed addition now to some of the stuff I've been hearing from people, where it was always about the consistency rule and then the spreads of the brokers and some of the brokers that were chosen. So I'm glad that they've come up with a solution for the service providers that they've used. So just to clarify, phase 1 and 2 of the challenge, you use the FT server, the funding talent server, and for an elite account, you'll still have to use Blackball. But Blackball is a reputable broker, which is all right. So when you go live, you still have to use Blackball. It won't be the funding talent server. So funding talent server is just for the evaluation. And this funding talent server will be used across both the flex challenge model and also just the normal challenge model. So you can use it across all of the evaluation stage, whether it's the flex model or the normal two-step challenge. So back to Blake again. I know I'm talking about him a lot, but a lot of the stories are circulating now around him, just because he does a lot of interviews with founders of prop firms. But this one's quite an interesting one. I actually had my reservations about the Traders Prop when I first saw Blake's interview with them. They just didn't seem to be. They seemed to be a bit dodgy with some of the guys' responses to some of the questions he had. But if you watch the old video, now Blake has actually spoken about it. Trader Prop was a firm that was founded in India, and prop trading firm that's founded in India. And Blake actually did an interview with them. He kept it up about a month ago, but I don't want to age this video. If you go to his channel, if you check, he did an interview with them. And one of the sticking points to me I found very interesting was when Blake asked them, are they legit? There was a lot of mumbling, and ahhing, and he didn't really give a really a response that really made me feel what's the word? Made me feel confident. It was an easy question and it was a hard answer that he gave. But yeah, Trader Prop has shut down, and it looks like they've run off with people's monies. But let me use allegedly just to make sure I cover myself. And there was a site called YouTube channel called Worldwide FX. And this video by Worldwide FX, if you check out their channel once again, Worldwide FX, they had a video where they discussed trader props, the trader prop scam. And what happened was, they called it trader prop scam. And what happened, what I learned from that video was that they were not sending, there was a lot of red flags that happened while these guys were trying to pass the pass the evaluation stage. First of all, they did not send funding contracts, and that's a big no-no. I learned actually a lot from this video. These guys, they're really astute, and they really covered all their bases when they realized this prop trading firm was allegedly a scam. They did not send a funding contract, which is something that most of all these companies should do. Send you a contract just to. There was little to no support responses, so whenever they sent emails back and forth to the support team, they won't get responses back. And the fact that the FX trading, and then one thing I did not know as well, that FX trading is not allowed in India. So they weren't even registered in India. They had to be registered in Dubai. So there was a couple of red flags that came up from these guys that they mentioned. And one thing that I learned from them is that you need to really do your due diligence when looking at these prop trading firms, because there's so many coming out of the woodworks. There's lots of them, and obviously there's a lot of money to be made from prop trading firms. As you know, most traders don't pass the evaluation stage, so They're making a lot of money from just people buying access to these prop trading firms, but never really making actually getting access to the funded account. So there's a lot of money to be made. So there's a lot of scams out there. And what they said was that you just need to really look at if they're a registered business, and just look at the T's and C's of these companies just to make sure that they're registered businesses and where they're registered, so you can do some due diligence before you enter a prop trading firm's evaluation process, because you don't want to part with $500 or $1,000 to do a program and then find out they're fake. So yeah, it's really interesting take. And I urge you guys to watch this video by Worldwide FX called Trader Prop Scam, where they really go into depths as to the red flags that were raised as they were going through the evaluation stage of this program. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I know Trader VVS made another video just following up, just to talk about the scam as well. But yeah, watch this video by Worldwide FX. They're small channel, but they've got really interesting content on the channel. So yeah, check them out. And last but not least, everyone's favorite funded program has done an overhaul of their website, but I'm not here to talk about that. But it looks quite sleek. I like it. I like the whole app thing, and then also the discussions of the different traders, lots of popular traders. I like this. Oh yeah, this is Panda FX. I like his content. He's quite funny. But yeah, I like the new swanky website, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm actually here to talk about some of the new rules that are in place now, some of the changes that they've made to their rules, which are well received, I believe, and they're gonna. I can see the prop trading firm industry really getting real competitive now, and people taking things from each other that are really working. And one of the big drawdowns, FTMO, we all know, is the most popular one. Let's be real, they're the most popular and the most reputable one. I never really hear any bad things about them. I don't really hear any issues with them, and they're tried and tested across the industry. But there was two major issues that I kept hearing about with FTMO for certain traders, and that was one, you can't trade through the news. So if there was a non-farm payroll or any major news, you wouldn't be able to trade a couple minutes before, a couple minutes after, just so that I believe their reasoning was that they didn't, if they're using a copy trader, they didn't want the slippage. And two, you couldn't carry your trades over weekends. So if you're a swing trader, that was a bit of an annoyance for people that wanted to hold positions longer than 7 days, for example. Now they scrapped both of those rules, which is good. So you can now hold trades over the weekend, and you can now trade through news, which means that FTMO are pretty much on par with the likes of Funding Talent, and in terms of their rules. Obviously, FTMO is probably more popular, but that was an edge that some of these other platforms had off on FTMO, is that you could trade over the weekend. So if you're a swing trader, it was probably more effective for you to join maybe one of the other programs than FTMO. But now that's been alleviated, which is good. So that's well received, and I'm sure that it's going to be welcomed by a lot of the traders. Also, they can now, if you're using a free trial, let me go to the free trial section here. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. For the free trial, before you could only use MT4 for the free trial. Now you can use MT5 as well. I think they should also add C Trader to the free trial, because I personally prefer C Trader, just because you can actually measure your risk with money as opposed to having to work out what your risk is, because MT4 and MT5 are a bit clunky for me personally. But there's ways around it. I've mentioned it in another video. If you wanna do a free trial on C Trader, you can just maybe open an IC Markets account, and then just use their demo trading and just replicate the FTMO process through there for as long as you want. But at least you can now use MT5 as well. So these are some of the great new things that they've added, features they added. They've also kind of just updated the aesthetics of the back-end system. It looks kind of nicer. But yeah, the main two things are now you can trade over the weekends, and you can carry your trades over the weekends, and you do not have to. You can also trade through news, and that's gonna be great. As you can see, the prop trading competition is heating up as there's more interest into the market. Some of the bigger players are now changing some of their rules just so they can stay on top of the competition. So this is great. But yeah, I thought I'd just cover some of the news that's going on in the world of prop trading. And yeah, if you want me to keep doing these, let me know. It's Any, aka the Not Trader, signing out.